the air is still going to suck out all the moisture in your hair. It really is not a healthy environment for hair. We're going to get some split ends here. We're going to get some single strand knots. Just trim them off as soon as possible. That weather outside is the devil. That weather outside is going to suck out all of the moisture in your hair and ruin all of your hard work. Hi guys, Kelsey Kurls here. Welcome back to my channel. So if you read the title of this video is on natural hair winter tips. It's cold, it's freezing. You're going to want to know some tips about how to maintain your hair in this weather. If you want to know some tips, please keep watching and let's get into the video. My first tip is protective styles are your best friend. You don't have to go the whole 3 months with your hair in protective styles, but instead of you doing wash and goes all the time, it's more beneficial for your hair for you to lock in that moisture through a protective style. I like to keep my hair in twists. I decided to take my hair out today because I plan on washing it not tomorrow, the next day. I haven't had my hair out in a while because it's been the winter time and I wanted to kind of enjoy it, and I haven't really been leaving the house, so I kind of felt like, let me take my hair out today. Protective styles are your best friend. Next tip goes hand in hand with the last tip I just mentioned. Do less wash and goes. Most natural people's hair cannot withstand the atmosphere and the elements. Because obviously, if you wash your hair and you go, if you're one of those people who wash and go and it's been in your hair for a couple hours and it's dried, your hair the air is still going to suck out all the moisture in your hair. The atmosphere is still going to suck out all the moisture in your hair, and it's not going to be as beneficial for you as you would like it to be. Yes, your hair is going to look nice, but your hair is going to be more dry, and by the time you get to the spring, summertime, you're going to be wondering why is my hair so dry? Because you had it out the whole of the winter time, you wasn't adding as much moisture into your hair, and instead of you locking in and retaining that moisture whilst your hair being in a protective style and adding more moisture, like your hair is just thirsty. Your hair is thirsty. It needs some moisture, and during the winter time, during all of that harsh weather, during all of that fake air, the air conditionings and heating and all of those type of things, it really is not a healthy environment for hair. So the best thing is just to keep it as protected as possible. Wash and goes, do less of them during the winter time. My next winter tip is trim your hair regularly. Like I said, it's winter. Your hair is going to be more dry, more brittle, have more split ends because of the type of air and because of the weather. Point blank. You're going to want to keep your hair as moisturized and as healthy as possible and stop any breakage before it happens. We're going to get some split ends here. We're going to get some single strand knots. Just trim them off as soon as possible. As soon as you see them, trim them off. Keep your trims as regular as possible. And now I said keep your hair in protective styles. When you untwist your hair, then trim it or see if you need to trim it. Pay attention to your hair. Like I always say, listen to your hair, pay attention to your hair, take care of your hair, trim your hair during the winter time. My next tip is to be careful and be wary of knitted scarves and hats. Because they're made of more of a rougher, thicker material, usually that is going to play havoc on your hair. Your hair is going to get tangled in it, it's going to get tugged in it, it's going to get caught in it. It's best for your hair if you get some form of satin lined hat. I have a few by Grace. I don't remember her last name. I don't have one to hand. I'll put a picture of it or me in one right here. And obviously the website of where I get mine are going to be in the link below. I do not get paid for affiliate links. I'm just going to tell you where I get mine. You can click on it if you want to. You can not click on it. It's up to you. You can search for a cheaper alternative if you would like to. I'm just telling you where I get mine and where I've got mine, and I trust this particular company. They were like the first people who was doing it when I first bought mine, and I've had mine for a few years now. Like I said, I'm not getting paid. This is not a sponsored video. I'm not making no money off mentioning this particular brand of silk lined hats or satin lined hats. Caps, beanies. but I'm going to mention it because that's where I get mine from. That particular company is where I get my hats from. Scarves, can't really do anything about that. I just like to put kind of, as I'm getting ready throughout the day, I kind of try to be a little bit more gentle when it comes to putting on my clothes. And when I get to, I usually wear a hoodie and then a jacket and then a scarf during the winter time. So I like, before I put on my hoodie, because I have an overhead hoodie, put my hat on, put the hoodie on, put my coat on, put my scarf on, and usually my hair is protected at that point because it's actually fully covered by my satin line hat. If you can't afford one of them, you don't want to get one of them, my best thing, my tip for you is to use a silk or satin scarf around your hair, or a silk or satin cap around your hair, probably a thin one. Just keep it in your bag or keep it close to you for when you're about to put on or take off clothes, or when you're kind of commuting to and from in this cold weather, just to give it like a barrier between your hair and the material we're talking about. So it's usually like a hat or a scarf or something. So that's my tip to you. Get a silk cap, get a silk scarf. When you get to your destinations, you can then take that off, fluff your hair and go. It's best you keep your hair protected and your head's a bit flat, then you not keep your hair protected and then you mess up your hair and then you're gonna have to trim it and then you trim off way more inches than you're supposed to. My next tip is to be very generous with your products. This is the time where you need to be putting as much moisture in your hair as possible. So deep condition all the time, add lots of oil in your hair, add lots of those moisturizing products that you like, them styling products that you like, them leave-in conditions that you like, to keep your hair at its most optimal level, because that weather outside is the devil. That weather outside is going to suck out all of the moisture in your hair and ruin all of your hard work. So to combat that, double up on the products. Be a little bit more generous when it comes to putting those products in your hair. We already do that as natural girls. We already put lots of products in our hair. Put more. Put more. That's the best thing I can say, is put more. Keep your hair as moisturized as possible is best. You keep your hair more moisturized than you need it to be, and then obviously the atmosphere does what it's got to do, or the weather does what it's got to do, and then it kind of dries out a little bit. Then you put the same amount that you was putting in the summertime, and then your hair is twice as dry. No point. Just be more generous with it. Next tip is use butters and oils. As you guys already know, something called a lock method. Some people use the LCO method. I like to use the lock method. It is preferred for me personally. So during the oil part of my lock method, I like to use a butter as well. Butter of choice, shea butter. Some people use mango butter. Some people use kapawasu butter. I happen to use shea butter because I have shea butter in my house. I do want to start using other butters, but at this particular moment in time, during my winter time, I am using shea butter in my hair. It locks in more moisture. It's a lot more thicker and denser than oil, and I feel like it just locks in more moisture, especially during the winter time. My last tip of my winter tips is give your hair a little bit more TLC. I'm hoping you guys know what TLC stands for, tender loving care. Give your hair a little bit more of that. Do more deep condition treatments. Do more hot oil treatments. Add more butters, as I said. Be more generous with the products, as I said. Just give your hair as much love and nourishment and care and attention as you can, because your hair is going to stay more healthy if you add as much moisture as possible. So guys, those are my winter tips. I hope it helps you out. I hope you use these winter tips during this winter weather that we're trying to combat, and we're trying to just get through the day, and we're trying to get to spring, summertime, because I know I'm ready for summer now. It's too cold for this. Like, why is it snowing in London? I live in London, guys. It be snowing. Even though it's not snowing too much, it's wet outside. There's slush on the floor. I don't want to be slipping and sliding all over the place, and then I have to be worrying about whether my hair is going to stay moisturized. Don't want to have to deal with that, yeah? Anyway, guys, if you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and be part of the notification gang. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and follow me on Snapchat. All of those links are going to be in the description bar below, and also in the next part of my video. Click on them, follow me, all of that. And like I always say, be the best version of you can be, Be unapologetically you. I hope you got something productive done today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.